That's the only blemish at the moment for you, Hoggy. You still buzzing?
Oh, look, I was thinking about it today. I've probably had one of the best weeks of my life. Not only birthday, but winning a semi-final and a final out home, out the furnace, especially after the West Australian public have got right behind us and filled out this stadium 5 games in a row this year and 6 last year. It's just a magnificent experience for not just me but for the whole Scorchers campaign, and I've got a great bunch of mates behind me. I've got a great bunch of teammates, that's Scorchers, but also coaches as well, Justin Langer and Griffith and Banger Harvey or Kate Harvey. The list just goes on. The physios for getting me on the park. It's just been an amazing ride, and hopefully it goes for another couple of years.
Do you think McBash is conducive to older players? But I mean, Jay was saying that it's...
Look, it's any sport at the highest level. You've got to be fit. You've got to be mentally prepared. If you're not mentally prepared, you can go off the rails very quickly. And it's a roller coaster ride at the moment, and I'm on the train. I'm in the front carriage at the present moment, but it's very hard. It's very easy to go down the back carriage and then get put on the railway track and you start running after the train. So you've got to make sure that you're switched on all the way, and take the most of the opportunity and make sure you do the right thing by the team and play your role. So I'm not taking this too lightly. I want to represent my country again. I want to represent it well, and I text George Bailey today. I said it's great to be led by you again, and let's go over and win this tournament.
In terms of your achievements in cricket at 43 years of age, what does it mean? Where does this sit for you to be picked to go to a World Cup?
Look, the 2003 World Cup is probably the moment of my life. Getting the baggy green is another one, but the win against the Perth Scorchers, or the win for the Perth Scorchers the other night, was up there in the top 3 experiences. And getting picked for Australia, it's an honour. I appreciate it, and I know there's thousands of people around Australia, hundreds of thousands of people that would love that opportunity, and I've got to make sure I do appreciate that. And if we win the T20 tournament, well, it'll be up there in the top 4.
Had you been speaking to John Inverarity about the place, about what you needed to do to get into the side, and what's he said to you?
Look, we spoke very early on, or after the first couple of games with the Perth Scorchers. He rang me up and said, we've got our eye on you, and you've got to keep performing. And I must admit, the game against the Melbourne Stars, I let it slip, and I was fortunate enough to have 2 games where I could rectify myself, and as I said before, if it wasn't for my teammates out the Perth Scorchers, this all wouldn't have happened.
And what are your thoughts with Hodge and Haddon also?
I think it's fantastic, and I was looking at that list. 4 of us were over in India playing for the Rajasthan Royals, Watson, Faulkner, Hodgie and myself. So we've had a lot of experience together, and the 4 of us, or a couple of us, been to Bangladesh as well for the T20 competition over there. So hopefully we can hand that experience onto the younger group and to the others as well, and go out and have a good crack at winning the T20 World Cup.
And you speak about roller coaster rides. Hodge is another one who's had a massive one in terms of national selection and whatnot. So is it good to see him?
Definitely. He's probably won, through his period as a first-class cricketer playing for Victoria. He's probably been one of the unlucky ones that hasn't represented his country as much as he probably should have. And he gets another opportunity. And if you keep hanging in there and doing the right things, you get those opportunities. It doesn't matter what age you are. And I'm looking forward to playing alongside Hodgie again. And it's going to be a bit of an issue with the team kit, because they put the initials on the team kit, and Brad Haddon, Brad Hodge and Brad Hogg have played before, and they have the initials BH, so I think I've got a couple of their items out home still. So yeah.
You mentioned playing in Bangladesh before. What is it that it really suits you to bowl over there?
Just those conditions. It depends whether you're playing during the day or at night. It can be extremely different. Over there with the Bangladesh tournament that I played in, bowling through the day, it didn't turn. It was just extremely flat. But at night, it just turned massively. So, it depends on the time of day, depends on weather, and depends on what the curator does as well. it's one of those things. It's a licorice all sorts over there. But at the end of the day, when you've got the ball in the hand, you've just got to think about that moment. What do I have to do for the team? And when I've played well, when I've thought like that, things seem to have fallen in place.
How did you find out about the call-up and what was your reaction?
John rang me up yesterday. I must admit I was a little bit cheeky with it because Sean's obviously gone over there with Watto, and I said, so John, has line gone down? You need another spinner for the test team, do you? He said, don't get too far ahead of yourself. Settle down, mate. But you've been picked for the T20 World Cup team, so it's fantastic. I just can't complain. I've probably had the best life anyone can have. Yeah, it's just fantastic.